Here's an example that you can use every day with LinkedIn. So there's a thing called evyAI, and there's others, but evyAI is one I like. And let's say you want to comment on something. There's some new tax law, or there's some new product or service that comes out. Well, you can, instead of writing it, which obviously that's takes time, you can have evyAI write it, and it's an add-in on LinkedIn. So this is what it looks like on your LinkedIn, and you go to the comment and click on it, and you set the goal, the tone, your persona, if you like, and hit generate, and it'll generate a message. One of the key things, and I know it's kind of common sense, but never just hit send. Make sure you review what they say, because sometimes it can not sound like I like to write like very conversant, like, hey dude, what's going on, kind of thing. But this can be somewhat robotic if you're not, careful. So be sure to read these before you send them. That's, seems like common sense, but I've actually done it where I didn't send it. Like, wow, that I don't sound like that. So that I recommend this product, evyAI. And by the way, we get no money from these folks. It's just our experience, and we want to help spread the word about what the options are out there. So,
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, we don't get anything from anybody for talking about these software. It was just actually real life experience and using the products, and just trying to share with the world what we've used, and what good experiences or not good experiences we've had. So hoping that people will benefit from this information. Um, the other AI examples that we have on here of products that are used, a lot of people use this stuff with their emails, and there are some uh, add-ons and extensions that are available to be used with uh, uh, your Outlook or with your Gmail and things like that. So just to talk about a few, there's Jasper for writing articles and things like that. Perplexity. So for those products that have a ChatGPT backend, Perplexity is similar to, so the one I was showing you that I use most often is called OpenAI, and that has the ChatGPT backend. Perplexity also has a ChatGPT backend, and the differences between the two is that Perplexity is more of a conversational ChatGPT. It just has a different interface, and it's somewhat similar. Um, there's a free and a paid version. The differences between some of them, I'll go over a little bit about that. In chat, the OpenAI interface, the free version, you do get access to, there are different versions of GPT, by the way. The GPT 3.5, it has information that's only been updated through 2021. However, you do get a limited amount of access to GPT 4.0. It has and then it resets within a 3-hour window. But then if you do the paid version, you get a more advanced version that you get access to for data analysis, file uploads, and web browsing, and it even gives you image generation. So it does have more advanced information. So you could definitely get access. Some of them have like MS Copilot allows only access to Microsoft products, no Gmail, and things like that. So there's others that are like Claude 3, Google Gemini, and things like that, but they're definitely mostly up for development. I just wanted to show you just a couple more examples that I think you might find interesting. And that is for like a contract comparison, which I think that people might want to see. And then we're going to be pretty much sewing things up because we're going to run out of time pretty soon. So for example, I just wanted to show you how to compare two contracts. And just remember that to review the output, like Tom said, you just can't just take what it produces and just send things to people. It needs to be validated and updated, because sometimes you just have to make sure that the information is what you need it to say. So I have two consulting contracts that I want to compare, and what it does is it compares the clauses and it points out the differences.
Yep. Kim, can I set the scenario? So let's say you have an NDA and you
Mhm.
have yours, and then you're hiring a contractor or consultant, and they have theirs. Well, you want to, be generous and maybe use theirs, but you want to make sure it has everything you need. So what Kim is saying is you can take theirs, compare it to yours, see if there's differences, and then if theirs works, use theirs. That I probably appreciate that. So
Right. So when it does take, like I took two consulting agreements, and what it does is it looks at the terms, it looks at maybe the jurisdictional differences, it'll look at its scope of work, it'll compare the compensation, it'll look at each of the areas for IP, things like that. This can save you a ton of time instead of manually comparing two different documents. Sure, you could go into Word and do Microsoft Word and compare two different agreements, but it'll like specifically it's only looking at words. What ChatGPT is doing is that it's looking at the meaning and the definition of the different clauses. This is very powerful. This is something that people could spend a whole lot of time doing, or it could save you hours of that. But then again, just a word of caution: make sure that you're reviewing what it says, that that it rings true, that the information makes sense, and that you're not just sending things off. That's the most important part.
yeah. So rather than pay an attorney, and we love attorneys, of course, but if you can do it yourself, why not? Right. So,
Right, exactly. I think that had a couple more examples, but these are the biggest examples that I think were the most important that people would want to see.